So I'm Alex McCorkindale and I'm a freelance producer, and I work with a company called Bearheart, who are an artist and a creative producer, and we were approached, we went for a tender to support Liverpool in a Young People's Festival when Flux didn't exist, and then my colleague Amy Martin and myself worked with a group of young ambassadors to create the brand that is Flux and audit what's going on in the city and work with the large organisations to create Flux, the festival.
Yeah, so I'm Chloe and I'm an ambassador for Flux. So I started on the 18th and 19th of January 2014, and it was just like a really an intensive training weekend, and that's when we came up with the name, we came up with the brand and what we actually wanted to get out of the festival. So yeah.
So Flux is more than just a festival. Obviously at the moment it's a 2-week festival across the entire city of Liverpool. So we work in venues like Take Liverpool and Fact, and there's things like Dada Fest and Blueprint Fest, which are part of Flux, but it's also meant to be a concept in terms of a movement of how the rest of the city, in terms of its culture and creative industries, work with young people and young emerging artists to collaborate and create work together.
So is your role to sort of promote the whole festival?
Well, I think that's really everyone's role, like all of the ambassadors, is to just promote the festival as a whole, but we do all have our own little skills because we're all really interested in the art, but we've all got our own little fortes. So I'm interested in fashion, I want to pursue a career in fashion. I'm also interested in art and design. But yeah, I had a role in programming the app and the hub and things like that, so that was really interesting.
Would you have any advice if we were to be inspired and sort of take on an idea such as Flux in Sheffield?
Yeah, the success of Flux has come from having all the different partners at the table. So it's been about having the support of CEOs from organisations. It's come from having a really great group of young people who are passionate about culture and their city, and it's come from funders and people nationally who want to support young people in creating work. And if you take any of those bits out of the equation, I don't think it would work as well. So it's about really making sure that everybody's on board to make it work, and always making sure that you've put in time to have those conversations and that shared kind of understanding of A, what you want to achieve, but B, how you're going to do it. Because the great thing about this is we've had a couple of meetings where our ambassadors have been shocked when the chief exec of the Everyman goes, "Oh, you can call me whenever you want when we've got a problem," or those are the things that have really worked for us, and also the things that the ambassadors go, "Oh my God, we never knew that would happen." So yeah.
And it sounds weird, but I love attending all the meetings and everything. We have meetings every fortnight, and it's just obviously we've made quite a lot of good friends between the ambassadors, but also meeting these corporate companies. We had a meeting with the Hilton, we went to lunch with the Hilton, and it was just so exciting because obviously they wanted stuff from us and we wanted stuff from them, so it was it's potential partners and things like that. But I would never have gone to one of those meetings if I wasn't part of Flux, and that's going to set me up for the future. And I have to talk to people and how to present myself and things like that. So it's really good for you. It really is.
My name's Kirsty Doyle and I am creative director of www.kirsty-doyle.com.
So where do you find your inspiration for your dresses and clothes?
Well, listening to what they were saying before, the guy who sat next to me, who was saying I think it was Alex saying, he doesn't make woods, he doesn't do all of that. I literally don't draw. So I don't draw and I don't make. I do everything on the stand, so I work everything in 3D. So I work it all on the mannequin, and it's all with folds and tucks and the placement of fabric. So I think some people's minds can work really well in drawings and on the flat. Mine's all 3D, pinning, cutting, a lot, everything on the mannequin.
Can you introduce us?
Yeah, of course. I'm Jodie Ann Bickley and I run a project called 1 Million Lovely Letters. Yeah.
How do you make each letter personal?
Because everybody's story is different. Every detail that comes through, every person in this room has a different battle. We're all going through our own things, so it's very easy to make each letter different. Some of the letters that come through you do end up writing the same thing twice, but that's because some people's problems are very similar. Like if two people are going through loneliness, you're going to offer them the same kind of bit of advice, but two letters are never the same.
What's like your favourite type of dress to design?
Favourite type of dress is got to be wedding dresses at the moment, because people aren't going for your standard, you know, princess dress anymore. People are going for something which is really unusual, really specific to the customer. And I just love, I invite myself, I'm like a wedding crasher. I say to the brides, oh, can I come down? Can I come to the wedding day? And I dress them on the day. And when she walks into the room, it's unbelievable. You know, when everyone goes, oh, and people start crying, it's just such an emotional day and I love to be part of it. So wedding dress are probably the most special.
In your life, is it important to you to do the thing that you want to do?
Yeah, I come from like, my mum, when we were really little, she was just like, I don't care what you do with your life. If you're a road sweeper, but you're the happiest road sweeper on the planet, doesn't matter. You've just got to be happy. So I've worked a lot of jobs. Before I got sick, I was working like I was in a bar job of a night time, and I was working in Levi's of a daytime. I didn't have a minute off. I was constantly busy, and it was, although I was very busy, it wasn't fulfilling. And this, I wake up in the morning and I have to kind of be like, wow, this is actually my job. This is something I get to do all the time, and that's a really nice feeling. And to be able to do that forever would be incredible. It'd be cool.
Have you always wanted to work in fashion, like since GCSE? Or?
Yeah, completely. My mum, they've come back around again, but my mum taught us how to make scrunchies. So we started by making scrunchies on the sewing machine. So my mum's a dressmaking teacher, so we've always had like a creative house. There's always loads of things going on. My little sister's like a DJ baker. Do you know what I mean? We're sort of like a bit of an unusual, not your academic family. So I've always been encouraged to do that. So when we did, before, I'd say probably like when I was in primary school, I was doing drawings. So I think I've always known, yeah, that I wanted to do something in fashion.
How do you kind of find confidence I don't
do anything.
Myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the most unconfident, like people will tell you this. I'm a very anxious person, very awkward, not very confident at all. When people ask me to talk about myself, I'm just a bit like, so I'm kind of learning. All of this is kind of a learning process because I'm being forced to, because people around me are kind of just like, this idea is an amazing idea. You're doing really cool things. Go and talk about it. And like, I've got people like, it's out of my control now. I have to speak about it. So it's being forced out of my comfort zone, which is difficult. And like today, it was really hard. And I kind of just want to like go into a ball and be like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. But when you're forced into something, sometimes you have to just throw yourself in and be like, you know what? I am actually proud of what I'm doing. I think it's a really cool thing I'm doing, and talk about it. So you're just like, yeah, it is, yeah. No, but yeah, like even saying that is like a big thing for me, because a couple of months ago I couldn't have said that. But it's just, yeah, just kind of learning every day to kind of be cool with it and confident. Growing, it's growing up, isn't it? I guess. Yeah.